Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Hentges with Beyond the Chart. In this Asia Update video, I'm going to take a look at the China Shanghai Composite and the Shenzhen Composite, and then take a look at Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index and the China FXI, the China Large Cap ETF, FXI. So stay tuned. All right, so let's start off here with the Shanghai Composite. So what has it done last week, okay, since the last update? It's actually was only up about 9 points for the week. Here's last Friday's close. You can see we had a continuation of that kind of reversal pattern that we had Thursday, Friday last week into Monday, Tuesday, and then that was about it, pulled back down, kind of in sympathy a little bit with what happened in the United States on Thursday. 2 consecutive closes back below that 10-day moving average. It'll be interesting to see, do we continue to push up? Is this like a little bit of an A, B, and we push up for C into this consolidation right in here? That's totally possible because we could have 5 little waves sequence down and then we're working our way back. Let me zoom back out of this a little bit. I am expecting this to move 1, 2, and a strong 3, a whole, a 5-wave sequence to the downside as it breaks out of this long, what I'd call a channel. I guess it's not really a rising wedge like the Shenzhen is showing, but that's what I'm expecting, and to come down and test at least this low down here where I've got labeled intermediate wave A. All right, so let's take a look at the Shenzhen. And the Shenzhen, you can see the rising wedge, which is a lot more distinct than what's showing on the Shanghai. Now, we got a lot bigger bounce here on the Shenzhen over the last week. Here was last Friday, closing at 1820, and we closed at 1853 today. So up 33 points, up about 2% or so. Strong Tuesday again, and then not so much in terms of the pullback here. So we could continue to push up into this area, 1900 to 1910, and we may even go more. I mean, it's possible that we have a 5-wave sequence completed, and just like when we got a 5-wave move here, you pull back fairly strong. There's just no guarantee as to how far a wave 2 is going to pull back. How far did this pull back on this? This pulled back well over 61.8%. Of the move. So you just never know for sure how far you're going to pull back, and the first target would be this 1900 to 1910 on the Shenzhen. All right, so that's the picture there. Let's take a look at the Hang Seng on the daily chart first. Now the Hang Seng, this has acted a little stronger than the 2 composites we just looked at, the 2 mainland indices, okay? This looks like, to me, a double zigzag corrective wave 2. So it's kind of extending and a little more complex. This looks like an A, B, C zigzag connecting wave X and then doing another A, B, C. So this would then, this C wave needs to be a 5-wave move. And so that's why I'm expecting another continued little push to the upside here. I don't think we're going to get much. I'm just not really sure how far. But then I think that's going to be it. I think that's going to complete intermediate wave 2. Let's take a look at, I want to take a look at this on a weekly chart and compare it to the FXI, because FXI really is derived from this index, not from mainland China. All right, we'll take a look right here. I'll pull that up. Okay, here's the 2 charts, and you can see how the large cap ETF FXI really just mirrors the movement. This is about 4.5 years worth of data on both of these charts. It's mirroring the movement that's occurring in the Hang Seng, okay? So this is what you're getting with the FXI. It's not mirroring the Shanghai or the Shenzhen, all right? And so now what I've noticed with this is that maybe this FXI has a tendency to lead the Hang Seng a little bit. It broke down and got below the 10-week moving average about 3 weeks or so before the Hang Seng did back in 2015 when everything topped out. And now we come back, we get this move to the upside here. Look what's happening over the last several weeks. We have not pushed let me open up here. And you can see how over the last 5 weeks, 2 out of the last 5 weeks, we had these 2 closes below the 10. We have not pushed above this March 24th high, okay? And then when we look here on the Hang Seng, it has pushed over the last actually 4 weeks, has pushed above this March 24th high. So now I'm really wondering, is this just stalling out a little bit because it's a little bit of a leading indicator? And also notice how it never closed, this never closed below the 10-week moving average like the FXI did. So, you know, again, you know, just kind of curious as to whether that's going to happen. And I just talked about on the daily chart how I don't think it's got a whole lot more to go. And then, you know, you see this little doji candle in here for, you know, this last week's worth of movement, and it was up 18.5 points for the week. All right, so that's the picture on FXI and the Hang Seng on a weekly. And again, I don't think we got a whole lot more here. You need to watch and be careful. Be watching to see if this starts to break down, start to close back below that 10-week again, and starts to roll over. All right, that's it for this week. If you felt like this video was helpful, please hit the like button, and remember to share the video. Share it on the social media, or share it on Twitter, and you know, you can also just copy the link and send it in email too. So, all right, everyone, that's it for today. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on the next video, which should be out Monday morning.